Oh no, you wanted us to. It's going to be a bit.
Good afternoon, everybody! We'll just wait for the last folks to settle in, and we'll start you off. All right. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Scott. Welcome home. As Simon and Garfunkel said a couple of years ago, I thought it would be a little crowded, but we seem to have filled the place. Please raise your hand or stand up if you feel like if you were here at Bucks Rock in any capacity in the 1940s. Do we have anybody from the 40s? Yay! '1950s. The 1960s. Stand up and wave. Stand up and wave. 1960s. 1970s. Stand up and shout. 70s. All right. My years. 1980s. 1980s. Fantastic. 1990s. And anybody in the 2000s. All right. 2020s. Stand up if you're a future Bucks rocker. Where's my future Bucks rocker? We like to call those mini campers. All right, welcome. This is the most amazing place on earth, as all of you know. First, I'd like to thank Scott Craterman, our newly minted assistant director, who organized this whole event and this day. We're so lucky to have him on board, not just for today, but as part of our leadership team. We're a great team working together. And I'd like to tell you all a few of the things that I told the staff last year when I came back to Bucks Rock after being gone for 35 years. First, everyone kept asking me what it was like to be the new director of Bucks Rock. And it was really, really hard to put into words. It was just, I couldn't figure out how to describe it. And finally it came to me, and I said it was like listening to the Beatles for your entire life, and then one day you get to be one of the Beatles. When I first came back, I came back in the off-season a bunch, and I walked around in the dark a lot. And I remember that I had to look up the word surreal in the dictionary because I had to make sure that it meant what I thought it meant. And it does. It means like a dream. And I'm sure some of you coming up Bucks Rock Road today remember that dream as well. I'd also like to thank my family and my wife, Smadar, who helped make this dream a possibility. The world has changed in the last 75 years, but in many ways, teenagers are still the same in 2017 as they were when I was here in 1981, as they were in 1942. Tom Leaf, who was a camper here 70 years ago, and Lou Frisch, who was here in the 60s, both wrote me and told me about their stories. And what I've come to realize over the last few years is that my story is unique, but it is also the same. As a 14-year-old camper, Bucks Rock changed me, and it set me on my path in life. I only spent 2 summers here, 1 full summer in 1981 and 4 weeks in 1982. That's 12 weeks, just 84 days out of my 18,250. But as you know, once you've been to Bucks Rock, it becomes a part of you and you become a part of it. The phrase that I use the most to describe Bucks Rock is that Bucks Rock is not just a place where we figure out who we are as artists, but it's where we figure out who we are as human beings. Our new slogan on our new website is "Find Your Passion," but those of us who have been here know that it should really be "Find Yourself." I get a little emotional when I talk about Bucks Rock every once in a while, so you'll have to forgive me. But for this next section, if I could please have everyone from the Bulova and Simon families please come up and join us. Come on up, everybody. Here, I'll scooch over here a little bit. All right. Smadar and Scott and I are doing our best with a great team of Bucks Rock veterans to carry on the traditions of Ernst and Ilsa and the directors who came before us. I was reading up on some of my Bucks Rock history, and I believe that these 2 buildings behind us weren't always called Boys' House and Girls' House. My understanding is that there were 3 buildings back then, and one of them has since burned down. However, one of them was named Bulova House. And to honor Ernst and Ilsa, and as a nod in the direction of non-binary gender campers and staff, we are bringing it back. From now on, Boys' House will now be called forever after Bulova House. We'll fix the A later, don't worry about it. As long as we spelled it right. All right, 1 down and 1 to go.
Go, Jeff, go.
All right. Drum roll, please.
Get Jeff. Why did they make him do that?
And from now on, forever after, Girls' House will be forever known as Simon House. And I would also like to give the Bulova and Simon families this sterling silver commemorative coin that Becca, our head of sculpture, designed last summer and cast in our sculpture shop. Becca, if you could please present the families with their sterling silver commemorative coins. It has the gong on one side and the tree on the other. Thank you very much for joining us up here. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you all. Yeah? It was one of my greatest honors last summer when the Bulivas came back and I got to give the Bulivas a tour of Bucks Rock. And what we showed them was some of the improvements that we've been doing in the last 2 years. After we break here, we have lots of exciting activities for all of you, but one thing that I would highly recommend you doing is taking a walk over to the farm and the garden. I have to admit, I grew up in Washington Heights, I came to Bucks Rock, and I didn't really have any interest in the farm or the garden when I was a camper here. All I knew it was that way. And I knew you had to walk really far on the road to get there. It was like miles, and it took days to get to the farm. Now it's actually one of my favorite places at Bucks Rock, and we have a new way to get to the farm. Instead of having the campers go out on the road, what I would like to encourage you all to do is go this way down the path towards the new pool and the old soccer field. We've built a new bridge that goes over the little stream to the new cow pasture and up the steps to the farm, and it's a beautiful new way that we've reintegrated the farm back into camp so you don't actually have to leave camp and come back to get to the farm. We've also revitalized all of the pens and the animals. We brought back the pigs. We have sheep. We have cows. We have a brand new cow named Dream On, and I highly encourage you to go at 7:30 to go and help milk our new cow. She is pregnant, so we're bringing the cows in the garden back. After you go to the farm, cross back over the street to the garden. We've brought back the garden. We really feel firmly that the farm and the garden, as Bucks Rock's first shops, really need to be a part of Bucks Rock, especially because so many campers and families are interested in healthy food and healthy eating and farm to table. So we have a beautifully new revitalized garden. Last summer we planted 10 fruit trees in our orchard. This year we planted 10 more. Next year we'll finish it out with 30 fruit trees. We have apples and pears and peaches and cherry trees and Rainier cherries. We have potatoes that you're welcome to come and pick with us at 4 p.m. today. We have vegetables, we have herbs. So please, part of your day, stop by the farm and the garden. '63, we have a 63 here. So when we revitalized the farm and the garden, Chris Forby, I believe, described it best when he said he appreciated that while we're honoring the past, we're looking towards the future. And looking towards the future, I'd just like to talk about our campers for a second. The only reason why I was able to attend Bucks Rock was because I was on financial aid. And it's very important to Smadar and me to continue the tradition of sharing this incredible experience with campers of all socioeconomic backgrounds. This summer alone, we've given over $350,000 in financial aid to over 77 campers. We would also like to thank all of you for your donations today to attend the reunion. This will be able to help several more campers attend Bucks Rock next summer that would not have been able to do so otherwise. We would also like to thank the Friends of Bucks Rock for helping us organize today and who also work with us to grant many scholarships to amazing campers every summer. So what I would like to ask all of you to do is spread the word to your friends and your family and tell them, Even if they can't afford full tuition, please tell them to apply anyway. There were very few families that we weren't able to help this summer and last summer in some way. So if you know folks that want to come to Bucks Rock, please don't tell them that the tuition shouldn't be their obstacle. Tell them to apply, and we'll help them as much as we possibly can. Before I let you go on to your activities, I just have a few housekeeping notes. We are in session. Campers are here, they're in the shops, they're doing their thing. Please respect their housing areas and of the staff as well. So please do not enter any of the housing or any of the bunks. I know you want to see where you bunk, but please, if we could ask you to stay outside of the housing. Please use the porta potties. There are 2 back where you checked in. There are 2 by the totem pole outside of ceramics, and there is 1 down by the summer theater. If you have to use another one, you can use the ones inside the dining hall and above ceramics. But again, please do not go inside the bunks to use the restrooms. The canteen will be open. We have a few items that were on sale for the campers that you're welcome to purchase as well. We don't have a lot of stuff, but we do have some sweatshirts and hats and water bottles. We're working on an online store that we had hoped to have ready. It's not ready yet, but we will make it available to you in the near future so that everybody can get their Bucks Rock gear. Dinner will be served at the pavilion for all of you at 6 p.m. The campers and staff will be eating in the dining room. Please do not eat in the dining room. Please eat in the pavilion. Almost done. Okay. Almost done. Oh, did you just start? Okay. I understand that Lou just arrived and he wasn't here for the first announcement. Where's Lou? Could everybody give Lou a big hand? Hey Lou, we named a building after you. Last year, the staff had a Facebook page, and everyone was posting about their Bucks Rock dreams. Not their aspirations, but literally they were dreaming about coming back to camp. I used to think I was weird dreaming about camp, that I was the only one. But for decades after my last day as a camper, I would have the same dream. Sorry. I'd be walking up Bucks Rock Road, and I would turn left in front of the office, and I'd turn left again and walk in front of the gong on my way to the glass shop, because I knew that I was home. Welcome home, everybody. Enjoy your day. Happy 75th anniversary. Thank you very much.